Welcome to my almost empty living room. This year, I got married, I quit my job, and now I am moving out of this home that I've lived in the last 4 years. A lot has shifted in my life. And that's why I really wanted to sit down and talk to you today about change, because it's such a big part of growing up and just becoming an adult and living life. Yet, it is often not talked about because it's so messy, it's so uncertain, it's so uncomfortable. And I wanted to also document a day in my life as I stay in this home for the last 2 days, because this place holds a very beautiful memory for me and Kevin. This is our first adult home together where we moved in together. We really bought our own big pieces of furniture and putting it all together. And a lot of things has happened here. I am really grateful that I had this opportunity to experience something like that. I think oftentimes when it comes to growing up, we often have plans and we want things to happen in a certain way. And oftentimes when you plan for huge things like a marriage or quitting for a job, you really do it for the sake of wanting something better for yourself, whether it's finding a new family member to start a life together, or you wanted growth in your career, or maybe you just wanted rest because you are prioritizing yourself again. And when you plan for such big changes and you expect it, you often come with that readiness to embrace that discomfort already. But the problem happens when unexpected changes happen, like when we were forced to move out of this home. It is not part of my plan. And a part of me was like, excuse me, this thing is gonna detour me from my plan, like go away. Like that would be our self-defense mechanism talking, right? But the truth is, I truly believe that life often happens for you and not to you. I remember when the owner contacted us a month before our wedding and told us that they want the place back a few months from then, like after our list ends. Kevin was kind of like frustrated and annoyed at first, and I was so positive. I was like, Kevin, I really believe that this is happening for us. I really am excited for what the next place has for us and how we're gonna build another home in it. Like I was really positive and excited at first, and I still kind of am. It's just that as the process happens, as we found the place and as we pick up the place and realize that it's not in such a good condition, when things does not go according to your expectation, it makes you feel uncomfortable and you want to gain control out of it and you feel frustrated about it. Like that's literally where I'm at right now. At first I was excited and then I feel frustrated. And then now that the owner of the new place is actually fixing up everything, I was like hopeful again. Like it's always I feel like my emotions are in a pendulum swing. Like it's just going back and forth. Like there is that excitement and hopefulness of embracing something new, but there is also this discomfort and fear and worry of what if it doesn't go well. But the truth is, we have zero control on any of this, right? Like I can control how I approach this. I can reach out to the owner and say, hey, there are so many problems in this room and we need to fix it. And the owner responded well. There might be a chance that he didn't, but that's not my reality. I'm lucky that the new place owner is handling it well, so I'm very grateful. I really do believe in the lucky girl syndrome, which is the belief that everything will work out for you, even when things are not going according to your plan and if it looks like it's not going your way. And energetically, that was how I've been approaching this entire shifting, moving situation, where instead of being led by fear in my decisions, I learned to regulate my nervous system first. I was able to slow down my breath and calm myself down and think very clearly on what is the right next step for me. Instead of being led by fear, because naturally, Most of us, when we are faced with such turbulence, when there are things that suddenly have to change, for example, my owner wanted to get our rental unit back. That was not according to our plan. And instead of being reactive and starting to fear for my future because I put all of my security in finances, I decided to be proactive instead. I did not let this entire housing situation change my mind on wanting to quit my job because I know that I am ready for a career shift. I know that I am ready for an identity shift. If I were to just let fear lead my decision, everything would have looked a lot different now. The idea of personal growth is always very positive, like it's always on the better side. But the truth is, we don't know how are we going to get there. The outcome is pretty clear. You want to have more money. You want to be in a healthy relationship. You want to have a perfect body. But the journey of getting there is typically not as beautiful and is not the way you pictured it to be. So if you pray for growth, don't cry when things start to feel ugly and messy and tough, because that is what is going to take you to the growth that you ask for. Just take my entire moving situation as an example. I asked for this growth and I believe that this move is for our own good. But at the same time, this happened at a time when I just quit my job, when I am just starting up my business and I'm trying to figure it all out by myself. And I did not have the capacity to be managing this entire housing move. And so, instead of just complaining about life, I asked for help. I told my husband, Kevin, that I need you to step up for this move because I don't have the capacity. I trust you in all the work that we do. Please just take lead of this. And surprisingly, I was really able to just let go of everything. I did not even have any Notion template or system for this move, which if you know me well, you know that that's huge for me. And of course, Kevin's way of doing things is very different from mine. He is not as systematic as I am, but he got the things done. In fact, I have so much to learn from Kevin because Kevin is the huge definition of being a true villager. Kevin is the kind who shows up in every single one of his friends' major event. He'll be there at your wedding to help you out. He'll be there when you need help to move your house. And that's why when we needed the help, all of our friends really stepped up and show up for us. And this is something that honestly, if I were to be by myself, I wouldn't have experienced such a beautiful village, such a beautiful support system in my life if it's not for Kevin. There will always be different approaches in life on how we want to get things done. I am someone who used to thrive on my independence, on knowing that I can get things done by myself. But through my marriage and through learning how to live with my husband and to trust in him on getting things done his way, I learned new things that I'm trying to figure out how to put this puzzle together and grow together in our life better together. It's really interesting for me that two people in the past few weeks have came up and told me that ever since my wedding, I've had this glow in me. And at first I was laughing. I thought like it was some sort of a sex joke kind of thing. But come to think about it, I think it's also because I really just let go and trust in this process. I don't think it's just my marriage because I've learned to love Kevin for so long. I've had him in my life for so long, and we didn't think that anything has changed much since our wedding. But at the same time of my wedding, I also quit my job and I also let go of this fear that has been leading my life, and I've really learned to surrender and trust. And I think that is where the glow has been coming. And I find it fascinating that people are able to spot it and to see the difference in me. And because of that, I am really looking forward to see how the next chapter in my life will look like, because for the first time in a very, very long time, I feel like this life that I'm living, it is being led by peace. It is being led by alignment over fear, over what I felt like I need to do or what is expected of me in this world. And I am really looking forward to take you along into this next chapter. If you are watching all the way to here, I'm so grateful that you are here, and I feel like there must be something that you are going through as well. That's why you can resonate so much. So I want to leave on this note. I want to invite you to drop a comment for someone else who might also be going through this transitional period, to leave a word of comfort for our new friend. I am very grateful for you to be here journeying along with me, and I am looking forward for more updates for you in the future.